Hi everyone, time for weather with J7409. Today, Monday, the 4th of March, 2019. Yesterday, if you watch my video in its entirety, I was talking about possible tornadoes that would happen, or I thought may happen. I didn't go through each step in each state, but I knew when this cold air coming from the north met this warm air coming from the south, it was going to produce something mighty fierce. And sure enough, it has. There was 23 killed in Alabama yesterday, and probably more than that. The number will probably rise from tornadoes, but it wasn't just in Alabama. There were at least two, maybe three, I'm not quite sure, but at least two in Alabama, though. And one in Lee County was a EF3. Now, I know there was some in Georgia. I know there was a possibility of one in South Carolina. Oh my goodness. Just awful, awful, awful tragedies, folks. Like I say, once again, I do know 23 have been officially declared dead, but it's going to rise. We need to keep all these people in our prayers. Very destructive weather whenever anything like that happens. I can't get everything in my videos all the way through every day, but if I say there's a great chance or a possibility this could happen, it really could, people. Always keep your eyes on your skies for changing conditions. The colder air temperatures have started to move in, as you can see. Moving down up in Minnesota. This is Fahrenheit temperatures on this map, not wind chill. This is the actual predicted air temperatures. Maybe one or two higher or lower. Okay, this is the predicted of what the air temperature should be like. As we can see, getting colder down in Texas. Somebody wrote me a note the other day. Hey, it's warm, man. Where's this cold air coming from? Well, this is what it's going to feel like. But the wind chill is what makes it so different. So now we're through Tuesday. You can see most of Texas, well, all of Texas is in the 30s. Some in the 20s, of course, if you go up north more. And this is the way that it is all the way across, where that cold air was coming down, meeting the warm air coming up. The tornadoes just spread right across this area, right in here. Hopefully that won't happen now, today anymore. Most of the cold air is in place, but later on in the week I'm going to show you how it's going to warm up. We'll speed this up just a hair. And you can see the warm air coming up, and then wow, here we go. Thursday is going to start to really get warm, especially down the Texas area and Florida area along the Gulf Coast borders. And right up in here, this is where you have a big chance of things going on. But that's not the half of it as to how warm it's going to get. Look, it's going to get very warm. And this is all the way through Sunday. I don't want to go any further than that, but let's go check the wind chills out right quick. And with the wind chill this morning, you can see how cold and cold indeed it is in places. My goodness gracious. Earlier in the morning, starting out early this morning, look, it was -0 in the panhandle of Texas, right up in here. Everybody else, look there. The cold went all the way down almost into Mexico. But it was -2 at one point. Let's move it on along here as we go throughout today, Monday. These are the wind chills. You may hit some 30s and 20s for the most part. 50 some right around the border of Mexico. Other than that, it's 30s and 20s. As you move on through. Here we go back down. Look at all this cold air. All my friends up in Minnesota. -15, -10, -7, -9. Ohio, 1 degree. right here, -1 rather. We got 2 degrees here. Up in New York, that's 4 degrees right up in this area. 6 degrees, gonna vary. You got the picture, single digits. It is going to be cold, 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 cold. And this is going through Tuesday now. This cold air isn't going anywhere. It's going to take until at least late Tuesday, early Wednesday before it starts to warm up any at all. I'm thinking more like Wednesday and Thursday when you're going to see a difference, especially down around the Gulf Coast states and in Texas and all around. You can see when it starts to lift up. I don't want to go, but so far it will warm up though, and then boom, you got it. The roller coaster ride attacks after we have 80-degree temperature readings and it gets cold one more time. Then, of course, we got all the snow that happened up north, and our buddy Russell sent these pictures in. He said he got about a foot. I know the Boston area got much, much snow. Connecticut got snow, as you can see, and we'll show these pictures on through. Russell said he sure will be glad. Look at that. Look at all of this when he tried to scrape his driveway out. He said he sure will be glad when springtime gets here. And Russell, you're not by yourself, my friend. We all will. I had a video sent in of the snow going on in Kentucky from Shannon, but Shannon, I think you took it on your phone and it flipped over, and I can't get it to show right side up this morning, but I do appreciate that. And Shannon and Russell, I do thank you for sending these in to me. I'm sorry, Shannon, I just couldn't use it because it was flipped upside down and there was no way I could get it to change back. I tried, but thanks. And thanks to you too, Russell. Appreciate it a lot. Now here's the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Excuse me. You can see the low that brought all the snow is getting right to head on off the coast this morning and this evening, so you guys can get a break up in this area. We do have another system's going to push in from the west so far as severe weather. I don't think any severe outbreaks like yesterday happening will occur again until probably around the 9th or the 10th. I think we may have a chance of some. And when those days get closer, I'll keep my eyes on the systems colliding together and be sure and put up what I find, okay? What is going on? Well, a whole lot. You know, what happened yesterday with all the tornadoes and people dying from it? We have all this snow going on. I think sometimes we get focused on one thing, the snowstorms. Yes, they're very, very bad, but other weather can also happen when these systems get together, just like what happened yesterday. So let's turn this on, let it roll. What is going on? Well, for today, we got heavy snow possible over eastern Maine. Heavy lake effect snow downwind from the Great Lakes. And the temperatures, well, I've showed you, the temperatures are going to be 20 to 35 degrees below average from the Rockies eastward to the Great Lakes and the Appalachians. Now, we got a low pressure southeast of Cape Cod, and it's going to move northeastward into the Canadian Maritimes by this evening. Now, this system is going to produce snow over parts of the northeast that will come to a slow end by tonight. Now, cold high pressure over the northern high plains will move southeastward to the central plains overnight tonight. The cold air and upper level energy, it's going to aid in producing that lake effect snow, and it's going to be downwind from the ice-free areas of the Great Lakes through Wednesday. So be aware. Meanwhile, a storm over the Pacific, it will steadily move eastward to the California coast overnight tomorrow. Moisture associated with this system will begin to move onshore over California overnight tonight. Now, rain will develop over parts of California tomorrow afternoon. Snow will develop over the higher elevations of California and parts of the Great Basin by tomorrow night. Now, snow will expand into parts of the central Rockies overnight Tuesday. Likewise, rain will expand into parts of the Great Basin Tuesday into Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, my friends. Click on my picture, then click on that bell to ensure you get all the latest in weather news, forecast, watches, warnings, and storms, and anything out of the ordinary that might be headed your way. I'd appreciate it so very much. So far as the wind goes, coming up next weekend, we're going to have the wind to start to pick up again with high wind gusts. This is on Saturday evening around 7 p.m. You can see that the system coming through is bringing some high wind gusts to many parts. So take western Tennessee, 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's a good clip, my friend. Okay, that's tropical storm wind gust. We'll come up here to Iowa, 52 miles per hour. Everything in the blue and the red is on the higher end, I would say, but it's going to last probably through the first of the week. Now, this is Sunday at 7 p.m. Or Saturday at 7 p.m. on the 9th. Let's go to Sunday at 7 p.m. You can see that system pushes on up north. Now, it's pushed on over across us also, but it's out to sea by now. But up here in parts of Michigan, let's see what these winds are. 54-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is the wind gust. You guys need to tie things down. Over in Wisconsin, it's looking like 53-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You know, when I do this wind stuff, it's like people don't take it for real, just like the tornado stuff I showed you yesterday, until it happens, and then they're wondering, where in the world is it coming from? Well, let's go to Minnesota, right over in here. Once again, this is Sunday at 7 p.m. 55-mile-per-hour wind gust. We will move up another 24 hours to Monday the 11th, a week from today. This is what it's looking like. Looking a little better. We do have some parts now over in New Mexico that's going to have some high winds, but not quite as high as the ones we just saw. Here's 42-mile-per-hour wind gust for Mississippi, 41-mile-per-hour wind gust. Alabama, 35, not looking too bad. But let's hop on over to Wednesday around 3 a.m. in the morning. Then boom, we got this other system that's coming up, and it's going to really have some high winds going on in parts of Texas. Up here, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. So I'll keep my eyes on all of this also for you. And in Oklahoma, right in here, let's see what this is looking like. 43 miles per hour. I'll keep my eyes on everything. I'll make sure in my videos put up what I can to make you be aware to prepare for what's coming your way. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this information with your friends and family. I would appreciate it so very much on your social media or ever how you share it. I appreciate it so very much. Everybody stay safe. For everyone who snowed in, please stay warm. I know you're going through a lot. Everyone down south where the tornadoes have hit, God bless you all. We'll keep you in our prayers. I love each and every one of you, and peace, love, and kindness to all.